Hello, collective. Welcome to your music channeling. Alright, thanks for listening. Your song for today is Come Away With Me by Nora Jones. Okay. I think I am May is playing this thing in the background. So I got some specific insights. But overall I feel like the song, huge impact. To simply put it, they want you to come away with them, okay? Or you want to go away with this person where nobody knows, where there's, no prying eyes, no negativity, all that, okay? I feel like there's too many people in you guys' ears. They feel like you've been influenced. You could have felt like they were influenced when it comes to the connection that you guys have. Okay, channel message. Okay, now I haven't done this music channeling before. I will link it obviously down below in the description comment section. Okay, in terms of this specific, we got May month, May. Okay, so something will take place or something is relevant when it comes to the month of May. Okay, I don't know if it was last year May, this year May, or 2 years ago, but something about May month. Maybe you guys are let's see, let me throw in some zodiac signs. Who is born during May month? I'm tuning into that. It's irrelevant. But Taurus and Gemini, okay, just for funsies, but according to my spirit team, it's irrelevant in terms of the zodiac signs for that specific message, okay? And then the second one is their sun and then a cult, okay? So I don't know if somebody is speculating that you have a cult and they feel like you're taking their son away, or you know what? Is this in reference to like a child? No, okay, so somebody feels like you're taking their child away. So like your person, a full-grown man, they feel like collective is taking their son, being with you feels like a cult. Or yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Or they might, I don't know. I don't feel like this is like in relation to any children. But people are speculating that they feel like, I'm guessing the feminine is cultish, okay? Now, obviously a masculine could, somebody could feel this way about your person, about your masculine. Like whoever you're dealing with, let's say if it's a female situation, one person is like dealing with that person, feels like a cult. If it's a masculine feminine situation, they feel like dealing with that masculine could feel very cult like. It is people in their air that feels this way, okay? So from that, there could be different belief systems. So let's say you're into spirituality, but not just you read cards, but you also go to like seances and you go to nature workshops and you frolic in nature, dance under the moon, things of that nature, right? And they're like, oh my God, she used to, she's a part of something that feels very cultish. Somebody feels this way because of your belief system and how you carry yourself whether you're masculine or feminine watching, okay? I feel like you're gonna get a lot of messages though, or your person is getting a lot of messages, questions, to like, they're trying to figure out, okay, or somebody else. Now, this card came out when I was, that's like very specific. Those are part of my specific insights, okay? So we got this one here. So we got looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, make memories, make new memories. So this is how your person is feeling, okay? They're, you know, they're missing you. Obviously, this feels like you guys are in separation. And again, based on the song, they want you guys to go in a way where there are no prying eyes. Yeah, they miss you. But yeah, you got too many people in you guys' ears. So I feel like that's the overall message here, is that they're like, they're seeing you everywhere and they miss you. So I got this song on the 7th, okay, of April. So let's see what's relevant. So what happened on the 7th of April is that somebody got blocked, okay, or there's some sort of obstacle. Maybe somebody was advised to not deal with you. They blocked their way. It was successful, okay. However, this card came out. So it is a masculine that is being blocked. No, because you guys know I read for everybody, but it's specifically a masculine that got blocked to not deal with you. But I feel like them blocking that person more makes them want to reach out to you. This is why they are missing you, okay? Let me just put this here. I guess when it comes to the feminine, like if you're watching for a feminine, okay? The changes here is they feel like, you know, some of them want to focus more on success. I do feel like they want to be successful with you, but it's kind of like, you know, they need to kind of focus a little bit more on their success. For some of them, a little bit more on their faith before kind of like distance themselves or coming to you completely. Like they do want to, like what they realize if you're watching for feminine is that they are probably researching or learning more about their own self and their faith in particular. Don't feel like the cult message resonate with everyone, but it's more so like there is a difference in belief system. So I feel like they're learning more about your belief system and learning more about themselves, right? So they can be more prepared, right? I don't know if you're teaching them something, and this is like if you're watching for feminine. If you're watching for masculine here, for some of you guys, the changes here is that they seem to have been blocked away from you by these other people. But overall, they still want to go away with you so you guys will not get blocked and can, you know, leave peacefully. So yeah. So in terms of May month, in terms of May, I feel like this is past energy. There was definitely a breakup. For some of you guys, somebody went ghost, aka silent. Somebody felt abandoned or abandoned somebody. Okay. I'm also tuning into something happened in January 2020. I don't know. 2025? I'm not quite in January. It could be recent. So what happened in January is that there was a let's break up, let's come back together. Okay, so back and forth for some of you guys. Okay. So this year, May, you know, it's just, you know, for the sake of it. I mean, May is next month. For May next month, for some of you guys, it is giving let's hook up again. It is giving let's grab a coffee, one or the other, or do both. So I'm getting the energy of like, if they try to separate you, block you from this person, or block your person from you, you guys are gonna find a way, or they're gonna find their way back to you. And for some of you guys, heavy in May, where there's gonna be a hookup, a coffee date situation. But it's like, again, the basis of this is like they want to run away with you, you want to run away with them, and people are interfering. Okay. It's almost, they feel like it's a cold being together with you, not your person, because they can't, get you out of their minds, but like people around them. There's definitely going to be communication for sure. Okay, even like prior to the get together, and even if you can't get together in May, there's definitely going to be communication. Okay, I feel like your person is working very hard to kind of resurrect what was dead, so there could be life again. Okay, 32 could be symbolic, like on the 31st and a day, or you guys could be 32 years of age. 32. What's relevant? Ooh. What's relevant here is that, the lesson here, it's not really a lesson, so I feel like this is going to be seen as a blessing. I don't feel like, you or them see this as a waste of time, or like a hardcore lesson, like, oh my god, this was... I feel like there are moments where it's like, obviously it's been tough, the separation and all that, and the blockages and the obstacles, but in your energy, for you or your person, the good outweighs the bad. Okay, that should be the title. So let's see how they feel about you from a masculine perspective. If anything else didn't resonate, let's pull out the orange. Maybe orange is somebody's favorite color, but this deck, okay? So yeah, they feel very attracted to you. Orange, and that could be your favorite color, but they feel very attracted to you. They feel like, you smell good, you look good. They feel stuck. They can't get enough. They can't get away. Okay. I feel like for a lot of them, they were trying to go and be like, this is not giving. It's not enough. Plus, there are other people that says that this connection shouldn't be between you guys. But it's like, it's only making them like almost become more obsessed with you. Disclaimer, I really hope none of you guys have done some sort of magic here. I don't feel it, because you guys know I'm an intuitive, but I'll be picking up on the bullshit. I'm gonna be 1000. I just don't see the rose-colored love and light messages here, collective. So if anyone is just passing by and be like, yes, I did a fucking spell work on them because I want them to come back, girl or boy, please, collective, okay? Chill, okay? Simmer down. It's not that deep. I don't feel it though, but just a little side note for those that do that. It doesn't have to be all that, okay? But I say this to say, let me look up orange, okay? That could be like a symbolism thing. Look at me being like reading like everyone else. I know. Orange symbolism. Orange is symbolic for optimism, confidence, enthusiasm, warmth, and agreeableness. Oh my lord. Okay, so basically you see as somebody who's very optimistic, very confident, enthusiastic, warm, and agreeable. Okay, or you make them feel this way when it comes to you. So I feel like it's quite fitting. Like a lot of things where they kind of like, oh my, that's not my vibe. I don't believe that. That is not the direction, the path that I see myself in. For some reason, they're like, you know what? I actually am in cahoots with collective. It makes sense to me why they did that, why they said that, or why they believe that. Now it makes sense to them. So hey, I love this. I love this for you guys. So this is how they feel if you're watching for masculine. And yeah, anything else? Yeah, they feel like it's very easy to be with you. You're not controlling. Like, you know, maybe people thought that you were controlling the situation, or you have a controlling nature, or maybe your belief system, or whatever the case may be too passionate. But like, they're like, no, collective. The viewer, the audience, they know themselves. They know themselves basically. So it's like, it was never the case of them being like, going back to the cult thing as a reference, them being coerced, right, or manipulated into liking what you like, believing what you like. It was kind of like you kind of like showed up and showed yourself and what it is when it comes to you, and they're like, oh, okay, that's not them, but they understand it. Okay, you make it easy. Like, it's not like it's actually piqued their interest. Now, will they kind of be in the same wavelength as you? I don't think so, but they're not opposed to it. So again, going back to the belief system thing, if you are somebody that is very a bohemian chick, occultist, tarot reader type of personnel, okay? And they're like they don't believe in anything. They don't believe in spirituality. They don't believe in religion or anything, or, you know, it's very much Matrix 3D mentality. They're like, you know what? My person is like that. That's okay. I don't have to be that way, but they're open to learn about it. So like, you make them feel free because like, in terms of like, yeah, you make them feel free in terms of like being who you are, makes them realize that, I'm gonna tell you this, collective, if you make things easy for the people that you love, they're going to be open. So I love this. So let's switch it up for my divine feminine, but I want to do like a divine masculine, or watching for a male advice card situation. Yeah, you guys are like, this is gonna go from, oh, you know, you guys kind of dealt with each other, because the separation, I feel like it happened abruptly or too fast, to be quite honest. You guys are going to end up in a relationship, like in the long run, like no matter when it happens. For some of you guys having in May, like it's gonna solidify in a relationship for sure. Okay, so if you're watching for a feminine, their energy towards you based on the cards is that they see you as somebody that's very courageous. Okay, the thing is that for a lot of them, the feminists thought about rejecting you, again, also because of society. They have done a lot of reflection though. 1335 could be relevant. The numbers could be relevant here. I think they thought a lot about not dealing with you again because of, like, you know, who you are, again, also with the belief system and the difference there, because the basis of the song is come away with me so we don't have to deal with the outside world, right? You taught them how to learn, like, be this, okay? Have more courage within themselves, maybe going from being a homebody to being more outgoing in terms of, like, you know, maybe break out of their shell. I'm getting the energy of like, oh, I'm like a total introvert, but when I meet you, collective, I socialize more, I open up more. It's kind of like, I mean, it makes sense why the outside world might view you as cultish, right? But the thing is this, when you feel, again, with the comfortability, when you feel like you can be free with your person, it's such a blessing though, because it's rare to be able to have that space with another individual where you can actually be yourself and be feel seen, right? So yeah, for some of them, they even gained a lot of like abundance dealing with you as well. So they're like, you know what, this person, you different, okay? This is if you're watching for a feminine. Let's do how they're feeling about you based on the Romance Angel cards. I feel like they could, okay. So, they see you as a soulmate. Obviously, but I feel like this card also came out. For the feminine though, they might come off a little bit clingy. There could be a codependency here, but it's more so like it's giving, they're a little bit obsessed. Okay, so from going from, because I'm getting the energy of like they were once about to reject you, there have been rejection, to like now they're like obsessed, they're addicted to you. They feel like there's this strong past life connection. And you know, speaking of what I mentioned before, perhaps outside people are like dealing with collective, you know, it might be cultish, right? Because it's like, why are you so obsessed? Why are you so unhinged over them? Like, it doesn't make sense. But your feminine here view as their past life connection is like, you know, it will not make sense to everybody, but it makes sense to them. So I love this for you guys. I'm tuning into you, about to get a call soon. Okay. Now this is important though. There needs to be some healing. This is something that they're healing though. If not, they need to, or maybe they're about to come in with something they're like going through right now to heal. Number 22 could also be relevant, like on the 22nd, 22 years of age, within 22 hours, weeks, not months, okay? That's very specific. So 22 hours, weeks, not months, okay? So yeah. So your go-to advice card is this: slow and steady wins the race. So it might not happen right now, but it will happen eventually, okay? 62 days, weeks, hours is also relevant. Like 66, or I guess 2 to 6 days, weeks, hours, okay? But somebody could also be 62 years of age. Here we go. We got 22 on the card. So it wasn't reversed though. So whatever somebody thinks is an illusion, there's going to be a truth to this situation. So that's if you're watching for feminine. And now we're going to shuffle some cards. No. Actually, we're going to do initials. I am tuning into the name Patrick, okay? So you could be watching for whomever, you know. But since we ended it off on the feminine here, but let's do your cards, Patrick, okay? So we got indulgence. Maybe you're indulging too much. I don't know. We got like you. I feel like they could like you a little bit too much, or you're liking them a little bit too much. So somebody feels like you I don't know. There's gonna be a back and forth with Patrick, or Patrick is gonna be doing this back and forth. I think it's because somebody feels like it's a little bit too much in terms of like their emotions. You know, so somebody needs to chill. So somebody could feel overwhelmed. Okay. Not in a bad way. Okay, hold up. if they're watching for Patrick, let's do this. How are they feeling? So we got this one in reverse. So basically, they don't want you to let them go if you're watching for Patrick. Okay, they want you guys to engage more. I'm also tuning into that they also want to propose. I'm also tuning into something about sexual healing. Okay. So like you heal them, and then we have healing family issues. This could be what you're healing. Okay. So like any mother, father issues to have, or family issues, you bring healing to that. Okay. Some of you guys is sexual healing. So yeah, but I'm also tuning in. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay, so if you're and let's do your advice card. So things are going to speed up very quickly. Number 2 could be relevant. Okay, if you're watching for Patrick and how they're feeling. Patrick, if you're watching, how are they feeling? So basically, Patrick, they want to fix things, okay? They could also be prone to self-sabotage, but they want to fix things. The thing is, right now, Patrick, they don't feel healthy, okay? They don't feel too happy, so I feel like they need to fix their mindset on that, and then things can, like, be better. But they want to work things out with you. They want to fix things. They have a self-sabotaging mentality, unfortunately, so that's why things are the way they are. So back to what I said in the beginning, maybe they were afraid of like loving you or liking you so much so they pull away. Okay, that could be one of the things that they did. So on to the initials. So first, middle, last. I don't know, somebody could also be like a contractor, an alchemist, or work in business. Okay. First, middle, last, collective in terms of your intuitive insight for this moment in time, whenever it resonates. Okay, so with that being said, thank you for stopping by. I also want to say that when I'm tuning into a lot of side messages, I might as well, before I click on end, you give them a rush, okay? You give your person a rush, and I feel like it's a lot of adrenaline, okay? And on that last note, if you resonate with the past readings, because I'm pretty sure I did one in March in terms of this specific song, but hey, resonates, I love it. Okay, I love it for you guys. Thank you for stopping by, and good luck on the journey that is your life.